Hey, so what's up, Willie TV, and we back another video today, man. Today we're back at like a crack at it, and today we're building a Ford Mustang. I heard somebody comment on my video, on my last video, was like, hey, like, do some Mustang content. I'm like, yeah, I need to go back to my roots, bro, because y'all don't know I had two Mustangs. So yeah, we get right back into it, man. Building a Ford Mustang 15 minutes. This is video number 11 out of 15, 12 out of 15, I don't know, but it's one of them things. But yeah, we finna get it bit right. They get to it. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
thank you. Shit. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn that bell notification. And yeah.
Thank you so much for tuning back into Derek Brand Productions, where today we are going to be taking a closer look at my 2020 Mustang GT, also known as Hades. We're going to be going through the entire build process.
That's a fire ass name. Hades, fire.
That's from the first day I got it to where it was completely bone stock to where the car currently sits today. I also want to mention I will be explaining why I purchased and installed X, Y, and Z when it comes to the modifications, so you guys get the full rundown and where my head was at the time. You're going to witness.
I like that. I like that part. See, I like to build videos where it's people talking and they tell you what they doing as they doing it type shit. Because it's the music is like, yeah, okay, cool. But it's like, bro, like, nah, bro, talk to me.
This entire process in just a 15-minute video. So if you could do me the biggest favor ever, drop a like up on the video, subscribe to the channel. We are so close to that 200,000 subscriber mark. So if you guys could make that happen.
We are so close to that 10,000 subscriber mark. Like, no, for real, we need like 600 more, 600, damn near 500 more, man.
Happen, that would be awesome. Without further ado, let's go ahead and take it back to the day I found this 2020 Mustang GT and took it home. April 20th, 2022 was the day I stumbled across this beautiful 2020 Mustang GT Performance Pack 1 10R80 on Car Gurus, and I noticed the car was only an hour away from my house. Now, before we go any further, we have to go and nip something in the butt. The questioning as to why I went with a automatic 10R80 instead of a manual. You
ain't even gotta do all that. We are not automatic haters over here. But I understand the disclaimer. We're going to let you continue.
And your Mustang GT.
Yeah, this made me miss my fucking S550, bro. I basically had the same setup. Like I had honeycomb carbon in my interior, and I had the Apple CarPlay joint, and it was a manual. Like shifting that motherfucker.
Well, that's simply because I already own a 700 horsepower 2013 Mustang GT MT82, which is Blucifer. So with already having a manual
Blucifer, what's the first one name? Hellfire Cast? I forgot what he said, but Blucifer is hard. Blucifer is actually hard. 7 horsepower manual Mustang. Can't really get more manlier than that, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Low that.
Dang, this 10R80 purchase should make sense. So on that day, everything checked out with the car. It had 6,000 miles on it. It's a 401A security smart package, performance package, and essentially it was everything I was looking for in a 10R80 Mustang. So I bought it. This is going to take us into one of the first modifications I did on the car, and I had to go and spice up the front end. So here I have an RTR front lip. And the reason why I went with the RTR lip over all the other ones on the market is because it slightly resembles the PP1 lip, but it has a lot more aggression to it, and I personally think it's the best lip you can get. Since the front lip was already going to be installed, I just had to go and switch up the front grills. Personally, the honeycomb look just does not do it for me. It never has, and I don't know why Ford continues to use that design, but that's why we went ahead and switched it to the Cervini's upper and lower grills, and these by far are top quality, and in my opinion, one of the best looking grills you can get on a stock.
That's nice. I had changed my. I'm gonna stop talking about my. I'm gonna stop talking about my Mustang, but that's clean as hell. I did the same thing. Damn, I like the little front look. It is a more aggressive, the mesh grill. It just can't go wrong.
Paired with the RTR lip. Next up on the list, the car definitely needed a wheel and tire setup. And that's exactly why we went ahead and settled with this peasant wheel and tire setup.
Damn.
The VMSs, I think I paid $2,000 off Craigslist for all four. Absolute peasantry. And honestly, times are tough. Ramen gets stale. And, you know, this is all I could afford at the time. And I wish I could have got a set of welds like all the...
all you could afford at the time is crazy. 2 bands on some wheels is actually a fantastic price for some drag radials. Street legal drag radials basically. Also, you get a new set of tires and wheels, bro. They're gonna be about $1,300 to $1,700. So $2,000 for, like, you know what I'm saying, for the setup is not bad.
Big guys, but the reason why I had to settle with the peasant setup is so my lady could go ahead and walk around with 4 sets of welds on her finger. But we won't talk about that. Priorities. But yes, we went ahead and snagged the VMS setup.
I got that money on free.
And considering this was like the first time I ever heard about the brand and I had a black Mustang, I figured the accents on these wheels would go really well with the black paint. So we gave them a try, and needless to say, for just $2,000, I am beyond happy.
Wait a minute. See, I try to ignore.
I figured the accents on.
What is that, a GT? I thought it was a GT500 or a GT350. I try to ignore it in the background. Let's get into it.
Absolute peasantry. VMSs,
I try to ignore it in the background. Y'all see back there. I try to ignore it in the background. It was just regular 5.0, but I try to ignore it. I'm like, that's clean.
Absolute peasantry.
But then you know what I'm saying?
I had this.
It's a whole
brand, the Black Bond, happy. They work by
GTR behind
them. For just $2,000.
There's a whole GTR behind them. Nobody gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about that. All right, okay, cool.
$1,000. I am beyond happy. They work as intended. They look good. And ultimately, I'm just super stoked on the pickup. With the new wheel and tire setup installed on the car, the next day we decided to head to Cecil County Dragway to kind of see how a bone stock 10R80 on a tire performs, and we ended up running a 12 flat.
Not bad. Damn, that 10R80 sound good.
1207.
So after that 12.0 pass, I was definitely gassed a little bit.
10-speed automatic sounds fantastic. Performance fantastic. It's just fantastically fantastic.
The day was 95 degrees out. The DA was horrid. And, you know, the car was completely bone stock with just a VMS drag pack. 12 flat. I definitely think that's pretty impressive for a car coming straight out the factory. But, you know, we're definitely going to go back to Cecil County with the boys. And the car is, well, as you'll see in this video, done up a little more. And I'm curious to see what we can crank out of it.
But it look straight out of Fast and Furious.
As you'll see in this video.
Am I right?
Done up a
Look
little
at that,
more.
Bro, got the,
and I'm curious.
The Paul Walker looking. He looked like Paul Walker and Dominic Toretto in one. He got the crossfade.
To see what we can crank out of it. But in the meantime, we went back to doing some cosmetic mods, and I thought at the time removing the stock headlights to replace them with these Morimoto kind of Charger style headlights was going to be a good idea, and it didn't really last long. You know, their build quality is great, they look good, but it just really wasn't what I wanted, and you know, we went back to stock shortly after this. Considering I bought this Mustang for multiple different reasons, such as daily driving, taking to the track occasionally, and just filming content with, I figured it was time to spice up the interior and give it more of a luxurious feel, and that's where our friends over at Dyna Performance come in, because they sell these awesome carbon fiber overlays. And
that's exactly what I did in my shit, but them overlays are actually fire.
You know, a lot of people like them, a lot of people hate them, but to me, it kind of like darkens the interior. It gives it a really, you know, prestigious feel with the carbon, and the carbon is made in-house with, you know, carbon fiber and epoxy, so the quality is out of this world and the fitment's perfect. So I've been very satisfied with my Dyna Performance
that's clean
products, and I will be using them for every vehicle. After I finished up the interior, I knew it was time to start knocking out some performance modifications, and the one thing I just could not stand was a cat deleted stock setup on these cars. It sounded like a truck. I was not a fan, and as you can see, I just kicked it. Good, it deserved it. But this is the stock factory active exhaust with the stock manifolds. Cats were chopped, and we went ahead and replaced everything under the car with some LTH 1 7/8 long tube headers, and my absolute favorite to this day, my 1-of-1 custom valved exhaust from Valved Exhaust. As you can see, Hades and DBP little etching on there, and it just sounds so good. And this,
what you gotta do to get a custom 1-of-1 exhaust with your name engraved into it? I guess you gotta almost have 200,000 subscribers. I guess we got to make that happen. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Nigga.
Really did, bump up the car's overall performance, the sound, and just the, enjoyment of it. And don't worry, you're going to hear the car rip and skip with the new exhaust, but since the car was already taken apart, we decided to knock out the full bolt-on process. And here we have our
This nigga went and did the full bolt-on all at the same time? That's no fun. You got to do a little something, see how that do, then do a little something there, see how that do. No, I'm just playing, do what you want, but that's hard. That's just hard to be able to just do that one time.
Pex cold air intake.
We're going to get like that, my boys. Sooner or later, bro, this won't be a strict... Right now, we're strictly reaction. We're stacking up. We're making good financial decisions as an adult. So this is strictly a reaction channel for right now. Well, we're going to get out of reaction. We're going to go from reacting to building. For real. I got to stick with me for the long haul type shit. Oh, shit.
This intake is going to be a fender mount, which I really do like the way they look. The build quality on it is awesome, and I've had 0 issues out of it. So thank you for sending that out to me, G2G. Paired up with our cold air intake, I went ahead and snagged a ported 18 manifold, which I was a little bummed on because this was just like a deal I stumbled across on Facebook. The guy bought it brand new and never installed it, and I got it half off. So I ended up spending $300 on it, but the thing I was bummed about is this one is gray, and my 2020 manifold that came with the car was all black. And personally, I like the all black look better. Not a big deal though, but for someone like me that's super particular.
I thought he was going to be like, yeah, it doesn't really work all the way. It does what it's supposed to do. It's just normal. It doesn't really work. It's halfway working. But you got a half off. So it's what he's like, yeah, it works perfectly fine. Brand new, half off. I just don't like the color. It's over it, dude.
OCD still to this day rubs me the wrong way. Ciao! 20 minutes later, we have our Apex installed to the manifold. Looks so good. And my favorite thing is just popping my hood at Cars and Coffee for all the Camaro and Mopar guys, because half of them don't know what they're looking at, and I just say it's single turbo.
That's facts.
So we can get away with that, and if they want to run it, we end up running, and they still lose anyway to an NA Mustang. But
crazy.
Another reason why to buy a 10R80 5.0, you will wax every other brand out there that's NA as well. Besides, maybe a old school Z06, because I learned the hard way on that one. That's ridiculous.
Down on a Corvette.
Ready? Go!
Got his ass. Bro, I'm sorry. Those C6 Z06 with the 7.0, bro, they're just beautiful cars. They're just beautiful cars, bro. You really can't go wrong with those. I definitely gotta give me a Corvette. I'm a Chevy guy. I was a Ford guy. I'm a Chevy guy now. I got a Camaro. I need a Corvette next. Let's do it. RP headphone users. RP headphone users.
Anyway, the car was pretty much wrapped up. Full bolt-on, E85, no 85 yet, I lied. Just full bolt-on, 93 tune from Palm Beach Dyno, and this was our first time starting the car,
He's
taking
definitely
it
like
out
12 miles
and
to
ripping
go.
on it. A little shaky.
Right.
She's running. Do it again. Has a nice refined noise to it. It's not like blah. With the car all buttoned up, we figured it was time to do the first dig.
I just love the way 10R80 shifts, bro.
Needless to say, I was stoked with the outcome considering the car was still on 93. I got the car home and I had a package waiting for me from Stang lights, and these things really did transform the rear end of the car because I do not like the red on the black. I do like the Euro style. So we have the Gen 2 Euros, which is a little different because a lot of people thought I'd revert to the Gen 3, but no. To give you a nice little comparison, I installed one Euro on the left, and then on the right, we have the stock.
That is nice.
You know, the red has great contrast, but I just think the Euro on the left side right here.
I'm telling y'all, bro, the subtlest thing and to make a huge difference. Just from changing that red to what, clear, white, black, huge difference, man.
It just looks so good. It's fitting. You know, it matches the exhaust tips. It matches the accents on the peasant VMSs. And overall, I was just super happy with the final product, as you can see here. And yeah, Gen 2 Euros for the win, baby.
I
figured it was time to get this car on the final step of the NA process. I'm willing to take it. It's already full bolt-on, and we were lacking one thing, and that was a tune from Palm Beach Dyno to run E85.
Yeah.
But first, I had a mission, and that was to take out the neighborhood troll. What are you doing? There's a cap on it. That cap goes in my tank.
What is going on?
Neighborhood Gremlin was eliminated. E85 was loaded with a tune.
Spinning, boy. That bitch spinning.
Damn, she's spinning. She was skating with Brandon's fat ass in the backseat. So let me tell you, the car felt like a night and day difference going to E85. And I want to say with these Coyote platforms, that's what they're notorious for. You're going to pick up anywhere from 40 to 50 wheel, which is huge when you're talking an NA setup. So I highly recommend it, and your car will love you for it. Shortly after going E85, sadly, the weather was starting to get a little colder, and I didn't have a wheel and tire setup that was, you know, for all-purpose driving. I just had the VMSs and the PP1 wheels, but the black on black, not a huge fan of it. That was until I found a guy on Facebook Marketplace that was actually willing to trade with some cash on top for these downforce wheels. And the one thing that really caught my eye with these wheels was the color. I wanted something.
Those Adahans? I like Adahans. Adanas. I like them, man. They nice. They nice as hell. I like them. I had them in my damn. But yeah, they nice as hell. That's what it look like.
That was gonna, you know, match.
I like that color though.
Exhaust tips. It was gonna match the Euros, the front headlights, and I don't know. I'm really detail oriented when it comes to that, and I think they did a very good job. Unlike the black wheels here, so we got the downforce wheels, and I did a little mock up here, and I was just so stoked. Cause bam. There they are, all installed. Fitment was absolute pristine. And again, I just kind of like the contrast they bring. They're different. I'm always rocking.
That color choice is actually it's French kiss, chef's kiss. Y'all know what I meant. But yeah, that actually does damn. I like this guy's thinking. I like the way he thinks. I like his choices.
Black wheels on all the other cars I have, so this was definitely a change in pace. And just look at this angle. Look at the exhaust tips bouncing off the taillights bouncing off the wheels.
He's him.
That's exactly why I got these. Went and installed two modifications from our friends over at ZL1 Add-ons. The first one is their wicker bill for the PP1 spoiler. And here's the outcome on that modification. Personally, I love it. I think it really brings out the performance pack wing, and it just...
I love all wicker bills. I don't care. If you got any muscle car, well, American sports car, any muscle car, any pony car, wicker bill gonna do it every time. Sorry, it's fire.
Just gives it a nice effect, a futuristic effect, so to speak, because that's instantly what I think of when I hear S550. The S197 is the last Mustang. This is just like...
That is facts. Stop playing with them. S197, the second gen version and the first gen version is the real last Mustang, but the second gen version still is fire, and I love the way it looks, and I feel like the later year S197, 2010 to 2014 is the best, hands down the best body style Ford Mustangs ever came out with ever. And y'all can quote me on it, y'all can add me on it, y'all can argue with your mama. I don't care. It's shit on all that. I'm sorry.
Like, you know, a hybrid crossbreed of a Mercedes Mustang. And woo doggy, after the wicker bill, we installed this beautiful riced out diffuser, and let me tell you boys, A lot of people's feathers got ruffled with this one. But again, I think it's one of those modifications that just suits
clean.
the S550, and it works. I like the look. I know a lot of people probably don't, but the rear end, in my eyes, is completely finished. And this is the outcome of that. So that's all the modifications added up into one. To wrap up the interior, Dyna Performance sent me out this beautiful flat bottom carbon and leather steering wheel. This thing is game changer, let me tell you. Definitely cop one. Now we're going to move on to the final modification, to where the car stands today, and by far my absolute favorite. This modification, it took the car from about a 7.5, 8 to easily a 9, 9.5. And you know, a lot of people might agree with the modification, many might not, but this is going to be my 2020 Mach 1 front end conversion. Bada bing, bada boom, boys. There's the Mach 1 front bumper, and that is going to go ahead and wrap up today's video.
That's clean.
Going from a bone stock 2020 Mustang GT to a heavily modified one in just 9 months. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider subscribing with bell notifications. Drop a like, and we'll see you in the next one.
Blucifer, again, that's such a fire name, Blucifer. I'm telling y'all. But that's the end of the video, man. Y'all running up that last video. Y'all running up that video with the F82 M4. Y'all running this video exactly the same, man. So stop building Ford Mustangs. That's what we're gonna name it. Stop building S550 built Ford Mustangs. You're gonna see what they say. But like I said, bro, I think this video 11 out of 15 for New Year. But just let me let y'all know this. Just because the New Year is over with doesn't mean that I'm going to stop posting. I just had to set that goal for myself. We're going to keep posting. We're going to go into January with the ground running. We might post every day. At least 15. We're going to post. We got to post at least 15 videos a month. 15 videos a month on YouTube, bro. We need to get monetized. We need to run it up. We need to build this following. I want to really connect with y'all guys. I want to end up eventually like streaming. So like that way, like all my stream clips kind of be on YouTube type shit. So y'all can be in the chat with me, talking about me when we doing this shit. But yeah, man, y'all made it to the end. Go ahead and comment. We locked in, twin. I like if y'all, bro, look. If y'all made it to the end, I can talk to y'all. Like everybody made it to the end, I told y'all I have an actual conversation with y'all, man. We finna run this shit up. 2024 is here. It's here, bro. There's nothing we can do about it. It's coming, and we gonna get lit. We're gonna get live. We'll get the party lit outside. But yeah, man, I fuck with y'all. Everybody that's been watching these videos. Everybody has watched every video part of this marathon. Everybody who has been here since day one. Everybody who just got here, and y'all really rocking with it, man. I appreciate all of y'all, man. We finna get these 15 videos out of the way. We still on the road to 10K. We still on the road to monetization. We need 1,400 more watch hours. 1,400. So at the beginning of this year, I needed 3,100 watch hours. Now it's the end of the year, and I only need 1,400. And yeah, man, I really could have got monetized this year by really putting the work I'm putting in December. But all the years, we're gonna keep that shit running. We're gonna keep the ball rolling. So yeah, I'm done talking. I'm done yapping. If you made it to the end, tell me that you locked in, twin, for real. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn that bell notification. And at the end of the day, I got you one to get you one. If you ain't got you one, you better get you one. Goddamn, give me one. I get mine for you, get yours. I'ma tear the city up for real. I'm so hood. I got them clothes up on my back and got them shorties in the trap, and I just know what's happening. I'm so hood. I'm sorry. All right, we out of it for real. Goodbye.